person should be aware that they have a religious perspective on life and a secular perspective on life, and the reality is that they both are, in fact, a religious perspective on life.
Torah Avoda for me is like the basis on which we live our life.
I learn Torah every day as well as English subjects, and I try and find ways to connect them.
You combine really the best of both worlds, like you take from the Torah world and you look at the secular world and all of the different subject areas through that Torah lens.
Our goal in bringing together our speech contest and our Dvar Torah is really to bring together and merge our general studies with our Limudei Kodesh to show that students can grow in both areas.
A Dvar Torah that's engaging should start with something that challenges the audience or makes them think about something that they haven't thought about and speaks to something that is inside of them already.
If you talk about something that's relevant to your life today, then I feel it's more engaging.
You want to really emphasize and send home a message that you could take home and improve your life upon.
One of my teachers, Rav Aaron Lichtenstein, used to speak about the fact that literary techniques and educational skills that are gained from the world around us should be incorporated and should be used in Limud Torah.
By combining the Dvar Torah and the speech contest, you use the writing skills and the speaking skills you learn in your English studies to give over a great idea that you learned in Torah or Navi or Talmud.
The students see that their day is really not just general studies, Judaic studies, but there's an infusion of the two together, and that is a very powerful, meaningful lesson that we really want to share with our students at B'nai Akiva schools.
Torah Umada, at its most basic level, tries to impress upon students that even when learning Mada, there's a sense of Torah within it.
When you're decomposing and deconstructing and learning about the tiniest detail in science, and then learn about creation and how that came about in Torah, it really connects back to combining the secular world with the Torah world, and you get that out of this program.
Whether it's, during a life cycle event in their family or even in their time at university and beyond, there's always going to be a great opportunity to take the skills from the classroom here in high school and use it forever.
Looking back, I could have given a speech at my brother's bar mitzvah or my sister's wedding that just happened a year ago, and I could really even use this Dvar Torah or write another one since I now have the skill to write a Dvar Torah.
I think that a very valuable component to this program is for students to recognize that any topic that they really want to speak about or that they're passionate about can be connected very easily to Torah.
In my history class, we're learning about the rise of Hitler. And in my Sefer Daniel class, we're talking about Nebuchadnezzar and his regime and how it was very similar to Hitler's. It's really cool that there's a connection. I could raise my hand and say, oh yeah, we were talking about this in Canadian history.
I think an excellent outgrowth of the speech contest has been the ability for students to find lessons in Torah that they can then make relevant to their audience. So we have a student talking about the power of speech and how we can use speech for the good and for the bad. They'll take the lessons and they'll pull the lessons from the Torah and from secular sources like Martin Luther King, his speech on I Have a Dream, and say, how can I make the Torah and the secular part of my speech relevant to my audience?
Combining the two subjects and the two teachers into one project, you see the students actually developing something that they're a lot more comfortable with, because they know that it's something that's been polished and worked out, and they've seen different perspectives and different skills to develop a really fantastic product.
Now I'm really able to finally write a Dvar Torah.
I think this program definitely gives me a new appreciation of science or history or math, and for Torah, it's all connected. And when you realize that through this program, everything becomes so much more meaningful.